Have you ever wondered why some men effortlessly draw women into their orbit, while others seem to struggle endlessly? Maybe you've caught yourself asking, what does he have that I don't? Here's the twist. It's not about perfect looks, a fat wallet, or flashy displays of status. No, my friend, the secret lies in something much deeper, qualities rooted in your very essence, the way you carry yourself, and most importantly, the mindset you cultivate. We're diving into the art of becoming a high-value man. This isn't about putting on an act or chasing approval. It's about transforming yourself into the kind of person who naturally commands respect and admiration. Women don't return to high-value men because they're tricked or coerced. They return because these men embody traits that resonate on a profound, almost magnetic level. But let's get real, there's a lot of bad advice out there. You've probably heard things like, play hard to get, or shower her with compliments until she can't ignore you. These shallow tactics might work briefly, but they won't sustain a meaningful connection. The truth is, the secret lies in Stoicism and adopting a philosophy that emphasizes inner strength, calm, and genuine self-worth. Today, we'll unravel 10 transformative traits that, when mastered, will change not only the way women see you, but also how you see yourself. By the end of this, you won't just be playing the game, you'll redefine it. Let's start with a question. What if you could cultivate a mindset that makes you attractive not just for a moment, but for a lifetime? Imagine having the confidence to approach life, love, and challenges with unshakable calm. Ready to explore? Let's dive in. 1. Emotional independence. The quiet power of being whole without her. Picture this. Two men are vying for a woman's attention. One of them clings to her every word, constantly texting, checking in, needing her validation like air to breathe. The other, he's content, focused on his own path, and reaches out when he truly wants to, not because he's seeking approval. Which one do you think she'll find more captivating? Here's the reality. Desperation repels, while independence draws people in. Women are instinctively attracted to men who exude a sense of self-sufficiency. Emotional independence isn't about ignoring her or playing aloof. It's about knowing your worth and living your life fully, whether she's in the picture or not. When you don't need her to validate your existence, you become incredibly attractive. Think about Odysseus in Greek mythology. While suitors crowded around Penelope, desperate for her affection, Odysseus was out conquering challenges, focused on his mission. He didn't beg for her love. He earned it through his actions and unwavering sense of purpose. That's the kind of emotional strength women find irresistible. Now let me ask you, when was the last time you did something purely for yourself without seeking anyone's approval? This is the essence of Stoicism, remaining composed and grounded, regardless of external circumstances. A man rooted in Stoic philosophy knows that his happiness doesn't hinge on another person's presence or absence. Instead, he cultivates inner peace, confident that his value remains constant. Women return to men who embody this principle because they offer something rare: stability. In a world full of uncertainty, a man who is emotionally independent stands as a beacon of calm. He's not shaken by minor setbacks, nor does he crumble under the weight of rejection. His life is a rich tapestry of personal goals, passions, and values, and he invites her to be part of it, not the center of it. Let's make this practical. When you're emotionally independent, your inner interactions become more meaningful. You're not texting her every hour, demanding her attention. Instead, when you do reach out, your messages carry weight. She knows that you're not seeking validation, but genuinely want to connect. This shifts the dynamic, making her anticipate and cherish your presence. But here's the kicker. Emotional independence isn't something you can fake. It requires inner work, a deep understanding of who you are and what you want. Start by asking yourself, am I happy on my own? If the answer is no, it's time to cultivate habits and hobbies that fulfill you. Whether it's mastering a new skill, diving into fitness, or pursuing a passion project, these activities will anchor you, making you less dependent on external validation. And let's not forget the subtle allure of unpredictability. When your world doesn't revolve around her, you naturally create space for mystery and intrigue. I shall wonder what you're up to, what drives you, and how she can be part of your captivating journey. So let's flip the narrative. Instead of chasing her attention, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. The kind of man who is calm, composed, and deeply in tune with his own worth. Trust me, when you embody emotional independence, she'll feel it. And that feeling, it's magnetic. Here's a challenge. For the next week, resist the urge to seek constant validation from anyone. Instead, focus on building your inner world. Notice how your interactions shift. You might be surprised by the results. Are you ready to embrace this transformation? Let's move forward and explore the next key trait that will set you apart. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss it. 2. Maintaining independence. The art of living a full life beyond her. Imagine a man whose life is a symphony of passions, goals, and adventures. He's not sitting by the phone, waiting for her call. He's out there building his empire, chasing his dreams, and enjoying the richness of life. And now imagine another man who shapes his entire world around a woman. Every decision, every action is influenced by her presence or her absence. So which of these two men do you think exudes the kind of energy that naturally draws her in? Here's the truth. Women are irresistibly drawn to men who maintain their independence. Why? Because independence signals strength, self-respect, and a deep-seated confidence that no relationship can define or diminish their worth. It's a reflection of a man who values his own time, energy, and pursuits, and invites her to do the same. Now, don't misunderstand. Independence doesn't mean shutting her out or avoiding commitment. It's about embracing the fullness of your own life while welcoming her as a part of it, not the whole of it. This balance creates a dynamic where both partners feel empowered, respected, and deeply connected. Think about it this way. When you maintain your independence, you're sending a powerful message. You're saying, I cherish our time together, but I also have my own world to explore. This mindset doesn't just make you more attractive. It makes the relationship healthier and more sustainable. Here's a question. How much of your time and energy are you dedicating to your own growth? Are you pursuing your passions, setting goals, and expanding your horizons? If not, it's time to shift your focus. When you invest in yourself, you create a life so rich and fulfilling that others can't help but be drawn to your orbit. Let's talk about Stoicism for a moment. One of its core principles is recognizing that your happiness should never be entirely dependent on external factors. This includes relationships. A Stoic man understands that while love and companionship are beautiful, they are not the sole source of his joy. He finds fulfillment within himself, embracing the journey of life with or without a partner. Women find this mindset incredibly alluring. Why? Because it removes the pressure and expectation that often come with relationships. Instead of feeling suffocated or obligated, she feels inspired and excited to share in your journey. Your independence becomes a foundation of trust, freedom, and mutual respect. Now let's bring this concept to life. Think about the last time you tried something new, whether it was starting a business, picking up a new hobby, or exploring a different city. Remember that feeling of accomplishment and exhilaration. That's the kind of energy you bring to the relationship when you live independently. It's magnetic. It makes her want to be part of your adventure, not because she completes you, but because she admires and respects your drive. Here's where the magic happens. When you maintain your independence, you naturally create moments of anticipation and excitement. I shall wonder about your day, your projects, your plans. This subtle air of mystery keeps the connection fresh and engaging. It's not about playing games, it's about being genuinely engrossed in your own journey. So here's a challenge for you. Take a moment to reflect on your current routine. Are you actively pursuing the things that make you come alive? If not, start today. Carve out time for your goals, your passions, and your growth. And when you do, watch how your energy shifts and how people respond to it. Before we dive into the next trait, let's pause for a moment. If this idea of maintaining independence resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are some ways you've embraced your independence recently? Or what challenges have you faced in doing so? Drop a comment below. I'm genuinely curious about your journey. And if you're finding value in this conversation, show some love by hitting that like button. It not only supports the channel but also helps us reach more people who are ready to transform their lives. Let's keep the momentum going as we uncover the next key to becoming a high-value man. Stay with me, you're on the brink of a powerful shift. 3. Confidence and self-assurance. The magnetic pull of a man who knows his worth. Picture yourself at a gathering. Across the room, you see someone you're drawn to, her energy, her smile, the way she moves through the crowd. You're intrigued, but instead of making a move, doubt creeps in. What if she's not interested? What if I embarrass myself? Now imagine a different version of you, one who confidently walks up, introduces himself, and starts a genuine conversation without overthinking the outcome. Which version do you think she'll remember? Confidence isn't about being the loudest voice in the room or forcing attention. It's a quiet, unshakable belief in your own worth. An aura that says, I know who I am, and I'm comfortable with it. This kind of self-assurance is magnetic because it speaks to a deeper sense of stability and security, qualities that women find incredibly attractive. Here's the thing. Confidence isn't just about the way you act in social settings. It's rooted in how you see yourself. Do you accept your strengths and weaknesses? Do you stand firm in your values even when challenged? Confidence is about walking through life with the understanding that you're enough, regardless of external validation. Stoicism plays a crucial role here. One of its core teachings is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. In any interaction, you can control your approach, your words, and your demeanor, but not her response. A Stoic man understands this and approaches situations with a sense of calm detachment. Whether she reciprocates or not, his confidence remains intact because his worth isn't tied to her reaction. This mindset is a game changer. When you approach a woman with genuine confidence, you're not looking for her to validate you. You're simply offering her the opportunity to engage with someone who is secure in himself. So it removes the pressure from the interaction and makes it more enjoyable for both of you. Now, let's talk about rejection. Even the most confident men face it, but their reaction is what sets them apart. Instead of taking it personally, they see it as a natural part of life. They know that not every connection will align, and that's perfectly okay. Rejection doesn't diminish their value, it simply means the fit wasn't right. This level of composure is rare and incredibly appealing. Think about it. Confidence is contagious. When you're self-assured, people around you feel more comfortable and at ease. The women in particular are drawn to men who can navigate life's uncertainties with poise. It signals that you're someone who can handle challenges without crumbling, someone they can rely on in both good times and bad. Here's an example. Imagine a man at a party. He sees a woman he finds interesting and decides to approach her. He isn't rehearsing lines in his head or worrying about whether she'll reject him. Instead, he focuses on being present and engaging authentically. He introduces himself with a warm smile, starts a conversation, and listens attentively. If she responds positively, great. If not, he gracefully moves on, knowing he's done his part. This kind of confidence isn't built overnight. It comes from consistently stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing discomfort. Each time you face a fear, whether it's starting a conversation, speaking up in a meeting, or pursuing a challenging goal, you strengthen your confidence muscle. Over time, it becomes second nature. The beauty of confidence is that it allows you to connect on a deeper level. When you're not preoccupied with how you're being perceived, you can focus on genuinely getting to know the other person. So authenticity is what creates lasting impressions and meaningful connections. Remember, confidence is not about perfection. It's about embracing who you are and showing up fully, flaws and all. When you walk through life with this mindset, you'll find that people, including women, are naturally drawn to you. They're not just captivated by your presence, they're inspired by your unshakable sense of self. So the next time you find yourself hesitating, ask yourself, what would I do if I truly believed in my own worth? Then take that step forward, knowing that confidence isn't about the outcome. It's about showing up with courage and authenticity. The world will take notice, and so will she. 4. Equality in relationships. The power of mutual respect. In every great partnership, there's a delicate balance, a dynamic where both individuals bring their strengths, vulnerabilities, and perspectives to the table. Now, imagine this: a man who places a woman on a pedestal, treating her like a queen who can do no wrong. He constantly seeks to please her, believing that by doing so he'll secure her affection. At first glance, this might seem like a noble gesture, but in reality, it creates a lopsided dynamic that erodes true connection. On the flip side, consider a man who views his partner as an equal. He respects her intelligence, values her opinions, and acknowledges her abilities. He doesn't see her as someone to be idolized or pampered, but as a capable individual with her own dreams, strengths, and flaws. This approach is grounded in mutual respect, a cornerstone of any healthy relationship. Here's where it gets interesting. Treating a woman as an equal doesn't diminish your role as a man, and instead, it enhances the relationship by fostering a sense of partnership and shared purpose. It shows her that you value her for who she truly is, not for an idealized version you've created in your mind. Let's bring in Stoicism, which emphasizes the equality of all rational beings. Stoics believe that every individual, regardless of gender, possesses reason and virtue. This philosophy reminds us that a woman's worth isn't measured by her beauty or societal roles, but by her character and actions. By treating her as an equal, you're aligning with a deeper truth, that meaningful connections are built on mutual understanding and respect. Why is this approach so effective? Because women, like men, desire to be seen for their whole selves, not just their outward appearance or the roles they fulfill. They want to be recognized for their thoughts, contributions, and unique perspectives. When you interact with her on this level, you create a bond that transcends superficial attraction. Think about a scenario where you're collaborating with your partner on a project. Instead of assuming control or deferring entirely to her, you both contribute your ideas and skills. Maybe she's better at organizing details while you excel in big picture thinking. Together, you create something greater than what either of you could achieve alone. This sense of teamwork reinforces the idea that you're in it together, equally invested and equally valuable. Now let's address a common misconception. Some men fear that treating a woman as an equal might make them seem less masculine or dominant. But true strength lies in recognizing and respecting the strengths of others. It takes confidence to embrace equality, to step back when necessary, and to trust in her abilities. This balance doesn't weaken your position, it solidifies it by showing that you're secure enough to share the spotlight. Another benefit of this approach is how it builds trust. When a woman knows she's seen and valued for who she truly is, she feels safe to be vulnerable and authentic, as she doesn't have to perform or meet unrealistic expectations because the relationship is grounded in reality, not fantasy. This authenticity creates a deeper, more lasting connection. But what about the moments when disagreements arise? In a dynamic built on equality, these moments become opportunities for growth rather than points of contention. You're not trying to win the argument or assert dominance. Instead, you're working together to find a solution that benefits both of you. This collaborative mindset strengthens the relationship and demonstrates that you're committed to the partnership, not just your own interests. Let's not forget the subtle ways equality shows up in daily life. It's in the way you listen to her opinions, support her ambitions, and celebrate her successes. It's in the small gestures of appreciation and acknowledgement that remind her she's valued as an individual, not just as a partner. Ultimately, treating a woman as an equal creates a foundation for a relationship that thrives on mutual respect and shared growth. It's a dynamic that invites both partners to bring their best selves forward, fostering a connection that is both empowering and enduring. This balance is rare, and when you cultivate it, you set yourself apart. You become the man who doesn't just attract her attention, but earns her admiration and respect. And that, my friend, is a bond that keeps her coming back. 5. Active listening. The transformative power of truly hearing her. Let's set the scene. You're having a conversation with someone, and as you speak, you can tell they're only half listening. Maybe they're nodding along, but their eyes flicker to their phone, or they're already formulating their next response before you've finished. How does that make you feel? Now flip the script. Imagine someone who listens so intently that you feel truly seen and understood. They're not just hearing your words, they're absorbing your meaning, picking up on the emotions beneath the surface. That's the kind of listening that transforms relationships. In any meaningful connection, the art of active listening is an unparalleled tool. Women, like anyone, want to feel valued and understood. But here's the catch. Truly listening requires more than just staying quiet while she talks. It's about being fully present, setting aside distractions, and showing genuine curiosity about her thoughts and feelings. This is where Stoicism offers powerful guidance. One of its central tenets is the practice of mindfulness and self-discipline, which includes being present in the moment. When you listen actively, you're not merely gathering information, you're showing her that what she says matters. You're demonstrating respect and empathy, creating a space where she feels safe to express herself fully. Why does this matter so much? Because in a world filled with noise and endless distractions, genuine connection has become a rare commodity. When you give someone your undivided attention, you stand out. You become a confidant, someone she can trust with her thoughts and emotions. And trust, as we know, is the foundation of any strong relationship. Let's take a closer look at what active listening entails. It starts with simple but profound actions. Maintaining eye contact, nodding thoughtfully, and responding in a way that shows you've truly understood her perspective. It's about asking follow-up questions that encourage her to dive deeper. For example, if she shares a challenge she's facing at work, don't just say that's tough. Instead, ask, what do you think would help in that situation, or how did you feel when that happened? These questions signal that you're not only interested in the facts, but also in how she's experiencing them. Here's the beauty of active listening. It strengthens both of you. As you engage deeply, you learn more about her world, her values, dreams, and fears. At the same time, you're owning your own ability to empathize and connect. This dynamic enriches the relationship, creating a cycle of understanding and appreciation. But let's be real, active listening isn't always easy. It requires patience, focus, and the willingness to set aside your own agenda. There may be moments when you're tempted to jump in with advice or shift the conversation back to yourself. Resist that urge. Remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply listen. She's not always looking for solutions, often she just wants to be heard. Now let's make this actionable. The next time you're in a conversation with her, or anyone, for that matter, challenge yourself to practice active listening. Put away your phone, lean in, and focus entirely on the person in front of you. Notice the difference it makes, not only in how they respond, but in how you feel about the interaction. You'll likely find that these moments of genuine connection leave both of you feeling more fulfilled. Before we move on, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced the power of active listening in your own relationships? How did it change the dynamic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else on their journey. And if this discussion has struck a chord with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Your support helps keep these conversations alive, and it signals to others that this is a space for growth and meaningful connection. Let's continue building a community of high-value individuals together. Stay tuned for what's next. You won't want to miss it. 6. Passion and zest for life. The irresistible allure of living fully. What's more captivating than someone who's truly alive? Someone whose eyes light up when they talk about their passions, whose energy draws you in like a warm flame on a cold night. A man who lives with passion and zest for life doesn't just exist, he thrives. And this vitality is magnetic. The women are naturally drawn to those who radiate enthusiasm, who find joy and meaning in their pursuits, and who invite others to share in their excitement. Passion isn't about chasing every thrill or living recklessly. It's about engaging deeply with the things that matter to you, whether that's your career, hobbies, personal growth, or relationships. A man with a zest for life is constantly learning, exploring, and growing. He doesn't settle for monotony. He seeks experiences that enrich his understanding of the world and himself. Imagine planning a date that goes beyond the ordinary. Instead of opting for the usual dinner and a movie, you invite her to join you on a hike to a scenic overlook or to explore a new art exhibit in town. These shared adventures don't just create memories, they showcase your willingness to embrace life and make the most of every moment. This kind of vibrancy is contagious, inspiring her to see the world through your eyes. But passion isn't just about grand gestures. It's also found in the smaller, quieter moments, like the way you speak about a book that changed your perspective, the dedication you show to a fitness routine, or the care you put into mastering a skill. These daily displays of passion reflect a life lived with intention and purpose. From a Stoic perspective, living fully means embracing both the highs and lows with equal vigor. Stoicism teaches us to find value in every experience, to appreciate life's challenges as opportunities for growth. This mindset fosters resilience and a deep appreciation for the present moment, qualities that make you not only more grounded but also more attractive. A passionate man doesn't fear the unknown, he welcomes it. He's willing to step outside his comfort zone, to take risks and pursue what sets his soul on fire. So openness to new experiences signals confidence and a willingness to grow, traits that women find deeply compelling. When you live with passion, you invite her into a world that's rich with possibility and excitement. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't just draw her in, it strengthens the relationship. Shared passions and experiences create a sense of connection and partnership. They build a foundation of mutual joy and discovery, making your time together more fulfilling and meaningful. 7. Honesty and integrity, the unshakable pillars of trust. Let's face it, in a world where people often wear masks and play games, honesty is a rare and precious commodity. Women, like anyone, crave authenticity, a partner who says what he means and means what he says. Honesty and integrity are the cornerstones of any lasting relationship, and they set you apart as a man of substance and reliability. Being honest doesn't mean being blunt or insensitive. It's about communicating openly and thoughtfully, sharing your thoughts and feelings with clarity and respect. Whether it's expressing your intentions early on or addressing conflicts as they arise, your commitment to honesty fosters trust and deepens the connection. Integrity, on the other hand, is about aligning your actions with your values. It's about doing what's right even when it's difficult, standing by your principles in the face of temptation or pressure. A man of integrity doesn't compromise his character for short-term gains. Instead, he builds a reputation for reliability and consistency, a quality that women deeply respect and admire. Consider this. A man who's honest about his feelings and intentions creates a safe space for open communication, as she doesn't have to second-guess his words or wonder about his motives, because his actions consistently align with what he says. This clarity removes unnecessary tension and paves the way for a stronger, more transparent relationship. From a Stoic viewpoint, honesty and integrity are non-negotiable virtues. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with your true self, of aligning your actions with your moral compass. A Stoic man values truth not just as a principle but as a way of life. He understands that deception, even in small forms, erodes trust and diminishes the quality of his relationships. But honesty isn't just about being truthful with her, it's also about being truthful with yourself. Are you clear about your own desires, boundaries, and values? Do you communicate them openly, or do you suppress them out of fear or complacency? Integrity starts with self-awareness and the courage to live authentically. In the long run, honesty and integrity don't just make you a better partner, they make you a better person. So they allow you to build relationships on a foundation of mutual respect and trust, free from the shadows of doubt and deception. And this ultimately is what keeps her coming back, the unwavering knowledge that with you she's found someone real, someone she can rely on no matter what life brings. 8. Sense of humor, the secret ingredient to lasting connection. Imagine this. You're sitting across from her, and the conversation flows effortlessly. Suddenly, you crack a joke, nothing forced, just a light-hearted comment that makes her burst into laughter. In that moment, the air between you feels lighter, the connection deeper. Why? Because humor has the power to break down barriers and create an atmosphere of joy and trust. A sense of humor isn't just about telling jokes or being the life of the party. It's about your ability to see the lighter side of life, to find moments of levity even in the midst of challenges. Humor shows that you don't take yourself too seriously, that you can navigate life's ups and downs with a balanced perspective. This quality is not only endearing but also deeply attractive. Laughter is a universal language, a signal of shared understanding and connection. When you make her laugh, you're creating a shared experience, a private world where, even for a moment, it's just the two of you against the rest of the world. This bond is incredibly powerful and can turn casual encounters into lasting memories. From a Stoic viewpoint, humor aligns with the principle of resilience. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, but it also reminds us not to be weighed down by life's inevitable hardships. A Stoic man recognizes the absurdities of life and uses humor as a tool to cope, to connect, and to inspire others to see beyond the immediate struggles. Think about the challenges and setbacks you faced. How many of them seemed less daunting after a good laugh? When you show her that you can approach life with a playful spirit, you're signaling that you're not easily shaken, that you have the emotional strength to find light even in dark moments. This makes you not only a more enjoyable companion, but also someone she can rely on in difficult times. Now let's be clear, humor isn't about trying too hard to be funny. Forced jokes or excessive sarcasm can have the opposite effect, making the interaction feel insincere. The key is authenticity. Share the kind of humor that feels natural to you, whether it's clever wordplay, self-deprecating wit, or playful teasing. What matters is that it comes from a genuine place. Here's a practical tip. Pay attention to the kind of humor she responds to. Maybe she loves clever banter, or perhaps she enjoys lighthearted stories about your day. Tailor your approach to create a rhythm that feels unique to your connection. This personalized humor not only strengthens your bond, but also shows her that you're tuned to her personality. And don't underestimate the power of laughing at yourself. When you can poke fun at your own quirks or missteps, you demonstrate confidence and humility. It shows her that you're comfortable in your own skin, that you don't need to project an image of perfection. This kind of vulnerability wrapped in humor is disarmingly attractive. Let's take a moment to reflect. How often do you use humor to connect with others? Have you noticed how it changes the energy of a conversation or deepens your bonds? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories about how humor has played a role in your relationships. And if you're finding these insights helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It's a small action that helps us grow this community of high-value individuals. Your support means the world, and it fuels these conversations that inspire and empower. Let's keep the momentum going as we uncover the next trait that will elevate your connections even further. Stay tuned. 9. Proactive leadership. Guiding the journey with confidence. Picture a man who takes charge, not in a controlling or domineering way, but with a quiet confidence that puts those around him at ease. He's the kind of man who, when faced with a situation, doesn't hesitate to step up, make decisions, and guide the way. Whether it's planning a trip, navigating a tough conversation, or setting the course for a shared goal, he leads with intention and clarity. This is the essence of proactive leadership, and it's a trait that women deeply admire. Proactive leadership isn't about asserting dominance or having all the answers. It's about being reliable and decisive. Someone who can be trusted to steer the ship, especially when the waters get rough. In relationships, this quality creates a sense of security and partnership. She knows that with you, she's not facing life's challenges alone. You're a team, and you're ready to take action when needed. Let's explore why this trait is so compelling. At its core, proactive leadership signals that you're a man of action, not just words. You don't wait for circumstances to dictate your next move. You anticipate, plan, and execute with confidence. This decisiveness removes uncertainty and builds trust, making her feel valued and supported. From a Stoic perspective, leadership aligns with the virtue of wisdom, knowing how to act rightly in any given situation. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for your actions and decisions, staying grounded in your values and leading by example. A Stoic leader doesn't shy away from challenges, he faces them head-on with courage and composure. Now, consider how this plays out in everyday scenarios. Imagine you're planning a weekend together. Instead of waiting for her to decide, you take the initiative, researching activities, suggesting options, and ensuring the logistics are handled. This doesn't mean disregarding her input, quite the opposite. By leading proactively, you create a space where her preferences and ideas are welcomed and incorporated. The result? A shared experience that reflects both your strengths and her desires. This approach extends beyond planning. Proactive leadership also means being emotionally present and taking the lead in maintaining the health of the relationship. You're not afraid to address issues when they arise, to have difficult conversations, or to set boundaries when necessary. This kind of leadership fosters an environment where both partners feel safe to express themselves and work through challenges together. But let's not overlook the subtleties of this trait. True leadership isn't about always being in the spotlight. It's about knowing when to step forward and when to support from behind. Sometimes, leading means empowering her to take the reins, showing her that you trust her judgment and capabilities. This balance of initiative and collaboration creates a dynamic where both of you can thrive. Proactive leadership also involves taking calculated risks. Whether it's pursuing a new career opportunity, moving to a different city, or exploring uncharted territory in your personal growth, your willingness to embrace change and uncertainty demonstrates resilience and adaptability. These qualities are not only attractive but essential for navigating life's complexities. Ultimately, proactive leadership transforms relationships into dynamic partnerships. It shows her that you're invested in the journey, that you're willing to take responsibility for your part in building a meaningful connection. This sense of direction and purpose is what sets you apart as a high-value man, someone she can trust and rely on no matter where life takes you. 10. Maintaining calm and independence, the freedom of letting go. Now let's imagine a different kind of scenario, one where you're facing a potential crossroads in your relationship. Perhaps she's pulling away, or the connection doesn't seem as strong as it once was. Many men in such moments fall into a cycle of panic. They grasp, they cling, they try to control the outcome. But here's the truth. Desperation is a sure way to drive her further away. The high-value man, however, approaches this situation differently. He understands that true attraction thrives on freedom and mutual respect, not control or fear of loss. He's calm, composed, and confident, even in the face of uncertainty. Why? Because he knows that his worth is not tied to the outcome of any single relationship. This mindset is deeply rooted in Stoicism, which teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. In the context of relationships, you can control your actions, your attitude, and how you show up for her. But you cannot control her feelings, her choices, or the direction the relationship ultimately takes. Recognizing this truth is liberating. It allows you to engage with her from a place of authenticity rather than fear. When a man maintains his calm and independence, he sends a powerful message. I'm here because I want to be, not because I need to be. This sense of detachment doesn't mean you're indifferent. It means you're secure enough in yourself to accept whatever comes your way. If the relationship flourishes, wonderful. If it doesn't, you'll walk away with your dignity intact, knowing that you stayed true to your values. This approach creates an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. She knows that you're not trying to control or possess her, but rather offering her the freedom to choose, just as you choose to be with her. This kind of emotional independence is rare and deeply attractive because it provides a sense of stability and safety. As she knows you're not here to manipulate or pressure her, you're here because you see her as an equal partner in a shared journey. Think of the man who confidently says, I'm here for you, but I won't lose myself in the process. This balance of presence and independence is magnetic. It shows her that you're fully engaged in the relationship but not dependent on it for your sense of self-worth. So one of the most powerful aspects of maintaining calm and independence is how it shifts your perspective on challenges. When conflicts arise, you don't react impulsively or let emotions take over. Instead, you approach the situation with a level head, seeking solutions rather than assigning blame. This emotional steadiness helps de-escalate tensions and fosters constructive communication. Moreover, independence allows you to continue pursuing your own goals, interests, and growth, even while in a relationship. You're not sacrificing your personal journey for the sake of the relationship. You're enriching it by bringing your fullest, most vibrant self to the table. This balance ensures that both partners have the space to grow individually, which in turn strengthens the bond between you. Finally, let's talk about the subtle power of letting go. Sometimes the most attractive thing you can do is to step back and give her the space to miss you. When you're not constantly seeking her attention or validation, you create a natural sense of longing. She begins to appreciate your presence more deeply, recognizing the unique qualities that make you stand out. In essence, maintaining calm and independence transforms the way you approach relationships. It frees you from the anxiety of trying to control the outcome and allows you to enjoy the connection for what it is. This sense of freedom and self-assuredness not only makes you more attractive but also paves the way for deeper, more meaningful connections. It's a trait that keeps her coming back, again and again, drawn to the quiet strength and unshakable confidence you exude. You now hold the keys to becoming a high-value man who not only captivates but deeply connects. Each trait builds upon the others, creating a dynamic, magnetic persona that women find irresistible. Whether you're just starting this journey or refining your skills, remember, growth takes time, and every step forward is a step toward the best version of yourself. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these traits do you feel most aligned with? And which ones are you excited to develop further? Let's continue this journey of transformation together. Stay confident, stay grounded, and keep evolving. You've got this. Intrigued.